Hey guys, so in this video, we will go over everything that is related to design. We'll go over the new editor, the classic editor. We'll build a campaign from scratch in Klaviyo. I'll show you how to upload images to Klaviyo and build a campaign only from images. I'll also show you some tips and tricks, what you can do inside the Klaviyo email template. So let's start. We're on our Klaviyo account, and first let's create a campaign from scratch. So I went to content and email templates. This is a new version. Maybe you're used to the older version of the layout of Klaviyo. They just rolled out with it like a few days ago. So before you would find the templates under email templates, but now you have to click content and then templates. So we land here, and this is a great place to create templates that then you can repurpose to your flows or your campaigns. So you build out like a base here. All right, so let's click create a template. And right here we see the two versions, the classic editor and the new editor. Personally, I am so used to the classic editor that it's just easier for me to work in that editor. However, if you're just starting out, I would recommend the new editor, because if you have like special fonts, it's just easier to upload it there, and using the emails. Also, one major benefit for the new editor is that you can, if you delete something or you change something, you can go back. In the classic editor, once you delete something or you save something, it cannot be undone. So this is a big difference. So let's maybe for now use the new editor, and then I'll go back and build out the classic editor. So also So this is how the new editor looks like. And there is some also differences when it comes to like the design part. For example, we have sections here. So if we select this section, let's say, we can move the hero image to a different place. And it's only going to be that section. So the rest of the email is gonna stay the same. You can only play with this one here. You can have a different background color only for that section. So, you know, if there's anything that you want to do specifically in that section, if it's the header, if it's some of the like dynamic product blocks or so, it's good to, you know, yeah. It just gives you more options when it comes to playing with the design. And here, as I mentioned, we can undo everything with one click, and it goes back to whatever we started working on. And the different thing that, and in this new editor, there's a different way to preview. You click right over here in the right corner, and you already see how your design looks like. You can also send it. This is my email, so you can send a test. It goes directly to our email. And yes, so this would be the trigger event. Okay. So we're back again here, and we'll go over to create a template and use the classic editor. And right over here, we have different themed options. There's a lot of different designs you can choose from here. Or if you already have one of your basic templates built out, you can go to My Templates and find the one you want to work on. We have that already built out, so I'll just go ahead and click this one. Create template. I have to, okay, so let's say test. And as you can see, this layout is a little bit different in the classic editor, but it is very actually similar if you know how to create designs using this one. It's all about getting used to it. That's it. So let's start with a basic email template that I really like to use, and I see that it converts well when it comes to So this is my favorite email design template. I'm not talking about like the design because there's no design here, but like what goes but I'm talking about like the build out. So we start with the logo, then we have a hero image, then we have a subheader, then we have a text, then we have a dynamic product block, or we can have something, it depends like if it's a flow. This is an example of the abandoned cart. So we have a dynamic product block. Then we have a call to action, and I'll go back to this in a second. And then we have some product feeds, reviews, company benefits, and we have the footer. So the email, usually like a book, it starts with a book. So an email is very similar to a book or a movie where it has a beginning and an ending. So the same in email design. We have the beginning as a logo and we have the ending as a footer. So it's like complete. So to create the email logo, it's usually an image. So we drag this here and we upload whatever logo or image we want to use here. So let's do, okay, let's do this. And here, if you want, you can place a link. So when they click on the logo, it goes directly to the page. And you can fill in the area image. I don't see anything here, but to upload the logo, it's usually a picture. So we drag the image right here. We click browse, and I downloaded let's say our logo. So we can just upload it. Oh, I got my camera. So here, puta. To upload our logo, and usually it's always an image, so we drag the image right here, we click browse, and I have downloaded one of my logos. Let's say use this one. We click upload, and we have our logo uploaded. So you can also fill in the image. Oh, my camera is in the way. So you can fill in the image. It depends, like, whatever, what's the size of your picture. You can also update a link here. So it takes you to, once they click on it, it takes them to the website or whatever product page you link here. And once we have the logo, let me move my camera. We can save the block. So we click on this star and let's say logo. So now every new email template that we open, we can go right over here to saved. So once we have, the perfect dimensions and the way you want it to look like, we just save block and we choose our logo and insert block, and it appears the way we want it to. So to delete blocks, we also click on this trash can, and we have two things covered. We know how to upload images and we know how to save blocks. So later on the email, we have the hero image, and the perfect dimensions are 800, 850. So it's not a square, but it depends also what type of image you're using. So if you upload it and you preview that the image is blurry, you just have to make it bigger. Sometimes it's even like 1,000. So the image once uploaded is clear. And while we're talking about images, we like to use Canva. It's super easy, super simple. It's for free. Some of the images, elements that you want to use, they are like for a few dollars or like $1, but you can, if you're designing a lot, it makes sense to get the pro version, and it's really easy to use. So we do use Canva a lot. So once we download an image, we just like upload it here the same way as we uploaded that logo. And then you can choose if you want it to be centered, to the left, to the right. You can change the size here. So let's see, this is a little bit smaller already. So there's a lot to like play around. And the same thing, if we want to save it, you click the star and you name your block. Next, we have our subheader and our text. So usually don't put blocks, like chunks of text in one block, because it's not easy to read, and people don't like reading really. So if you have like So if you want to use few sentences in like a one block, 3 sentences is like the maximum. And I would also maybe spread it out depending like how long they are. So here, for example, we have like 2.5 lines of text, and it is perfect for the text. Also, once we go in here, we can change our font. You can change the size. You can change the boldness. You can underline. You can even, if we want to say great product, we can change the color of that. Let's say red. So we only have this highlighted in a different color. If we don't want any changes, or you want to go back to like whatever you're doing and working, and you see that, okay, it doesn't look good, I don't like it, you just click cancel and it goes back to the original state. But another thing I wanted to show is that once we highlight this and we go to block styles. I'm trying to click this here, but okay, I have to move my camera again. Block styles. There's a lot of different things that you can do here, starting with changing the background color. You can even change, like you can do the borders, you can change the padding, so you can create any design and any placement that you really want. But I wanted to show you the line height. So we can choose, let's say 200%, and see how that line height spread. And it's way easier, it's clean, it's nice and easy to read. So I do also suggest using this instead of, let's say, this is even 110. So, and this is like normal. See how it looks like? The wider it is, the nicer it looks like, and it's really and it's easy to digest. So let's save this block. When it comes to the dynamic product block, we have another video where we just go over how to create it. So if you want to do it, go over and find that video. We go in there in depth. We create it from scratch, so you can do it along with us. And the call to action buttons. So I have two options here. When it comes to the dynamic product block, we have another video where we go over it, specifically over creating it from scratch. So if you're interested in doing that and building it out, go ahead and find that video where we walk you through. But let's go over to the call to action. So let me place, we do the button. So to create the call to action, we get this button and we insert it wherever we want it to be. Let's say we have shop now. We, of course, put the link in, and we have two options. We can stretch to width the call to action, or we can just fit into text. And now we can style it when we go to block styles. So here we can change the color. Here we can have different border. We can have like very sharp. It could be a 5, so it's like a little rounded. Or we can have like the oval circle call to action. And if you want to make it a little bigger, but you don't want to stretch it out, you just go here to padding left, right? And we can make it like a little bigger so it looks better. Another thing is we can change the size. We can change the font, whatever we want. The font border, bold. So we can have it lighter, bold, normal. Lighter depends on what type of font you're using, because it doesn't always apply to every font. And here I wanted to show you a trick. So you always, once you're like designing everything, you want to make sure that everything looks good on the mobile version as well, because a lot of people check their emails on mobile. So you want to make sure like everything looks clear. It's not too small, not too big. In this case, if we have, let's say, maybe I'll do it like here. Okay, and I'll do it a little bigger because this doesn't look that bad. But let's say we have a call to action on the desktop and it looks good. It doesn't look bad when it comes to like the size, but it is too big like on mobile version. So what we can do is we can have a different size on mobile and a different size on desktop. So how to create it is that we clone our block. So let's say this one we want to leave on the desktop version. So we're staying with the size, and let me move my camera again. And right over here we have shown on desktop and mobile. So we switch it only to desktop and we save it. But you can still see those two here. So once we go on mobile, we already see only one. So we want to go ahead and click on this one, block styles. This camera is killing me. Block styles. Oh my God, come on. All right, and here we want to change it to like 16, right? And over here we go, shown on mobile, and we save it. So we go back and we see it's the bigger one and it's only one call to action. And here we have the smaller one. So this is a really great option where you want to make that design look like on point, and everything like matches together. The same goes with the fonts, with the text. You can change, you can make the copy bigger on desktop. You can make it smaller on mobile. One thing I wanted to mention is that once you do that line height on the text, it doesn't show. It doesn't show on mobile. So maybe they are going to change it one day, but it doesn't look that bad as it looked before when it comes to like the mobile and desktop version for copy, for text. So just keep that in mind. The next block in the email, we have our product feed. The same, I will have another video going over only the product feed, how to create it on your website. The account that I'm using right now, I don't have a website linked to it, so I can't do it. But yeah, it's gonna be a separate video. So if you want to know how to create it, just go ahead and find that. Now we have our reviews. We love to use reviews in every email. If it's a campaign, if it's a flow, it always gives that social proof for a person that is, they might just become your new clients, your new customers. They just might buy, and that they need that one more. Yeah, actually, maybe one more what? Jeśli actually mówi potwierdzenie. Confirmation. Yeah. And they just need that one more confirmation that, yes, I want to use and I want to buy that product. So yes, reviews always. And company benefits. This, I would say, is the footer, like the ending of that email. It already starts with the benefits. So if you have money back guarantee, if you have free shipping, whatever product you have, and the benefits you really use, and even they're placed like on the website, you can use them here, and that is already like the beginning of that of the footer. So later on, we also have social media links. This is very important, and make sure to have the correct links and that they're working. Because a lot of times it is neglected and people do click on them. They want to see what's like, if your Instagram, if your TikTok is like, you know, up to date, if you're posting there. So they like to check it out. So how to create it? So we go on this block, to this block, and we take the social links. And right here we have all of the icons that you really, and over here we have all the icons. You have Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest. So, and here you place the link. However, if you want to have a custom icon, you go ahead again on Canva, you create whatever shape, whatever colors, gradients you want for that icon, and you upload it the same way as you upload images here, and then you save it. If you want to add another button, you do the same thing, just custom icon, and then more, let's say, okay, so it's going over here, so you can't see it because it's white. But if you want to, like, okay, so first you add all of your icons and links, and then you go to block styles, and you can like spread it out. Why is this not working? So when you go to the block styles, you have all the design part as well. Because it's a white block, let's change it to the black one. Layout out of space, it's yes. Stack on mobile, and you always want to go ahead. If you would do yes, it will go like one underneath each other. But we're gonna choose no. And here we have, here it is. We want it to be centered in the middle, over here. You can also change the size. Oh, it's text, so sorry. You can also add text, change the font, size, color, but let's go back to the block. Another thing that you can do here, if you feel that these are like too close to each other, you can add space. And so this would be, let's say here. Oh, let me go here. You have to grab this one, but it's not working. All right, add another space. Let's move this one over here, actually. So you have space. Okay, we need one more. And we need one more over here. And then you can change the space, let's say 30. So you see that it's like spread out more. And as the last part of your email, you always want to make sure that you have the unsubscribe button. It could be sometimes on the top of the email, but usually it's better if it's like the last thing, because you don't want them to unsubscribe, right? So once we have our email ready, we went through the mobile version that it's looking good. We're satisfied with it. Then we can also preview. We can. Then we can preview right over here. So you can show directly on Klaviyo. And we see it. Or the same, you click on this preview again and you can send to your email, and you can change. And then you can make sure that it looks good on mobile and on your, and then you can make sure that it looks good on the mobile, because sometimes it's a different, it looks different when you're just like seeing it through here, and it's different when you actually get it. And it depends also sometimes on the browser, what type of browser, because Google is different, Apple is different, Yahoo is also different. So you just want to make sure that your email design looks good. And once we have our email ready, we save and return to template. So now let's go to campaigns. And create a campaign using the design we just finished. So create a campaign, email. Here we choose our name, the segment we're going to send it to. And right over here, we click the drag and drop. We go to My Templates, and we choose our test campaign. Another thing is that when it comes to the flows and the campaigns, we usually have a different style for flows and a different style for campaigns. Once we create a campaign, there's like more going on a little bit. There's more color. Definitely, it's like a heavy design. Where it comes to the flows, we try to keep it very clean. And like the background is usually white. We do add some images, but there's like more product blocks in there. If we have an abandoned cart, abandoned checkout, browse abandonment, we add those blocks. So we don't want to go crazy in that flow, because let's say if we have a browse abandonment, we want them to click on that product and go back to the page and continue with the checkout, right? So that would be like my my suggestion. If you want some inspiration, there's great tools that you can look up. There's mailed.com. There's really good emails. There's mail charts. Mail charts is a little expensive, but it also gives you like more data if you want to study different brands. You can see like what's their best selling emails, what time do they send, how many emails do they send a month. So there's a lot of data that you can study and implement in your in your email marketing. So I hope that this video helped you when it comes to creating the designs. Maybe you learned something you didn't know before. So once again, thank you for watching. And if you want to go ahead and check out how to create the dynamic product blocks and product feed, they will be listed somewhere here. So I see you in the next video. So I'll see you in the next video.